Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Catherine Shelton and I am so excited to be able to bring you some new updates to Tangent Templates. So Tangent Templates is a software tool that my partner Isaac and myself have developed to help you create low content books that you can sell on Amazon using their Kindle Direct Publishing platform. So KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, is super exciting. It used to be Amazon's ebook platform, and I know a lot of people think of it as an ebook platform, but now it also has the ability to create paperback books, and it's a print-on-demand platform, which means that you upload a cover interior for your book, and you set a description and price, and Amazon puts the book live on the website, and when someone goes to order your book, Amazon print the book and ship it out to them, and then they pay you a royalty. So you don't pay any fees to sell on Amazon. Instead, what happens is they take your files, your description, and they sell the book, do all the work, and pay you a royalty of sort of based off the price when it sells. So it's a really, really exciting opportunity. And what I see happening in our Kindle group, if you're a member of that, if you're not a member of that, do join. If you are a member, yay, you will know most of this. But you can create low content books, and a lot of people have been doing that. Low content books are books like diaries, journals, notebooks, graph books, sheet music books, mapping books, anything that is low content that people can add their own content to, your readers can add their own content to. And if you've been following the world of stationery, you'll see that things like journals and planners are huge right now. It's a huge, huge, huge niche. So we want to help you be successful in that niche. So we developed this system and we keep updating it. We have no affiliation with Amazon, other than we think they are amazing because they've provided us all with these awesome opportunities. So let's jump in and look at what we've added and how you can create a book very quickly with Tangent Templates to sell on Amazon. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is that we have this new snazzy look that makes it, it's kind of an icon-driven menu that makes it a lot easier to find the different tools in the system and not get lost. So hopefully that's a good start. We've also added some new templates. So I'll whiz down to those so you can see what they are. We've added recipe paper. I know a lot of you have asked for recipes. We've added garden paper, which allows you to track different plants in your garden, or for your users to track different plants in their garden and how they're doing. We've also added this book review page, and that's great for both kids and adults who'd like to review the books that they're working their way through at the moment. Oh, and more for adults than kids, we have a wine review page. So I think that's kind of an interesting one if you're doing wine tasting journals, logs. Big niche. Now, we've also added this habit tracker. And habit trackers are really, really popular in the planner community and the bullet journal community. A lot of people make habit trackers for all kinds of things. And the way it works, if we click on it, you can take a look. You fill out, in these spaces here, you would fill out different habits. So it could say drink 6 glasses of water. Go for a walk, meditate, whatever positive, happy habits you want to do each day. Drink 2 glasses of wine. That's obviously a good one. But whatever happy, positive habits you want to do each day, you fill out along here. And this is like a monthly planner. One page is a whole month. So what you would do is when you actually drink 6 glasses of water in a day or 2 glasses of wine, you would colour in that space for that day. And the cool thing with this habit tracker is that if you use a tool like PowerPoint, Keynote, InDesign, Illustrator, you can actually modify this to niche it to any sort of topic that you'd like. So for example, if you made a book for people who have a new puppy, you could put sort of puppy related habits in here. So you could use it to keep track of what your puppy's doing. So maybe you could put like walks, and then in the box for each day, you could write how many walks your puppy went on. Or you could put sort of things like grooming, meals, how many meals your puppy ate. So there's a lot of ways to actually tailor this to whatever the niche of your book is. And the way you would do this is we provide Illustrator and InDesign files for all of the static templates in Tangent Templates. So that covers most of our templates. We don't provide those for the dynamic templates at present. So those are for the prompt and planner templates, which you can learn about in another video. I have another video about those. But for all of the static templates, including all these new ones, you can actually modify those in Adobe InDesign or Illustrator. We know a lot of you are using Affinity as well, which is a cheaper version. It's kind of like an off-brand Adobe. And a lot of people are having success with that. You can also, and the easiest option, and I tend to do this a lot, is just pull them into either PowerPoint or Keynote, where you can add your own modifications. You can add background images, you can add additional images, you can put a white block over the text and then put your own text on there. It doesn't give you as much power as using InDesign or Illustrator, but it's easy and it's quick. So it kind of depends what tool you want to use, but you have a lot of choices for how to modify these, and we try and make it easy for you. So that's the habit tracker. We also have these two music templates that we've just added, the music playlist and the music album review. And slightly controversially, but I know from looking at our KDP group, I'm not saying everyone's stoners, but a lot of you said, yes, thank you. This is a really exciting direction, is the cannabis review page. So if you're doing a cannabis journal, a medical marijuana journal, then you have this review page that you could use as a starting point for that. So we do recommend, especially with the content pages, that you do add your own modifications. You make them unique to your book and you mix them up. And we provide you with the tools to do that. I'll show you very quickly using our template builder how you can use these. So let's take the music pages as an example. I'm going to make the first page blank. And then we're going to make a very simple journal just by choosing the music playlist and the music album review. And I'm going to add 100 pages. Boom. So we now have this book that's 104 pages and it will look like this. I'll make the last page blank. Okay, so what we're going to do is choose a trim size. So we support all of the sizes that KDP offers. And if you're not sure what size to make your book, what I do is just look at your bookcase and get a ruler and just pick your favorite books. Like, what size do you really like? Measure those, see what size they are, what looks and feels good to you. Like, I know a lot of people come into our group and say, what's the most popular size? But when I look at my bookshelf, my books are all different sizes. So I really, really recommend sort of making an artistic decision of what feels good to you. So what you will do is you'll choose your trim size. I'm going to pick 7 by 10. And we tailor all of these templates so they should print perfectly in every size and ratio that KDP offers as a standard size. So we'll go with 7 by 10 and I'm going to call this music journal and I'm going to download my PDF. Okay, so let's take a quick look at that. Boom, that is the finished interior for my book. Now, obviously, you might want to mix it up more. You might want to add some line pages. You might want to add some dot grid pages. You can do all of that from the builder. So really powerful. That's the interior to our book, finished. So all we would need to do now is actually add a cover and upload the whole thing to KDP. Usually takes maybe about 10 to 15 minutes to create a listing for your book. It kind of depends on how long it takes you to describe your book and how long it takes you to pick keywords. But usually it's a very quick process to list your book on KDP, and it usually will be live on Amazon within about 24 hours. Usually it's quicker than that, but sometimes you might have to wait up to about 24 hours. So really fast way to develop a book, get it live on Amazon for sale, and you can start marketing it. Okay, so let's look at the new updates that we've added. So one that's really simple is the pricing calculator. So all this does is pretty much what it says on the tin. We know our book is 104 pages that we're making. We want to make it black and white. And let's see what the list price of $15 would look like. So if you create this book, this music book that we've just made, print it in black and white, it's 104 pages, and we set the list price of $15, you can see that your royalties in the US would be around $6.85. And if it's sold to expanded distribution, it would sell for $3.85. So this is a really useful tool for just showing you quickly what price you can set on your book and what royalties you can expect to get from that. So you can make sure your book is profitable. And we can play with this. I mean, we can explore, okay, if we made it in color, we're probably not going to make a lot of money on that book. So what if we reduce the pages a little bit? Okay, then we might get $2.50. So it gets a little better. What if we tried something else? We have a black and white book that's 300 pages and we set the list price to $20. Wow, we get $7.55 back. So this is just a really quick way to figure out your royalties on your book once it's live and for sale on Amazon. The next tool that we added is the Category Explorer. Now, this is really exciting. It has a few different uses, but really what it's here for is to let you browse and search through KDP's categories. So these are the categories you can set on your book. Now, this does a couple of really clever things. Let's go to the category browser first. So you can browse through all the categories on KDP. So let's take a look, for example, at non-fiction. We can scroll through here and what looks cool? Let's look at collections, catalogs, exhibitions. Whoa, I never even thought about that there's a category of books for collections and exhibitions. Now, what I find great about browsing the categories is that it sparks a ton of ideas. It's like niche hunting. By looking at these categories, by searching through them, I find I get a lot of ideas for books. So what I want to do now is kind of go and look at maybe like public domain exhibitions from the 1920s and maybe make a book about those. That would be really cool, using public domain information, pictures. I think that would be pretty awesome. We can browse through, let's keep going with non-fiction, and let's take a look at business and economics. So all of these things that I look at here, these could all be technically a book. Like you could create a book for meetings. Oh, you can make a low content book for logging meetings. Business mathematics, that's an interesting one. Crowdfunding. Brilliant. You can make a tracker book for crowdfunding for people who are doing crowdfunding. You can make your own low content book. So I love browsing through the categories just because it gives me a bunch of ideas. So that's the first thing that's kind of cool about the category browser, just for sparking ideas. So the really clever thing that we've added in the category browser is these categories by keywords. And these are the sort of secret hidden categories that you actually can't select on KDP using this browse category that they give you. The only way you can put your book into these categories is by setting particular keywords. So they're kind of like hidden categories. And we've unlocked it all for you. We give it all to you here. And better yet, we actually give you the keywords that you need to use to get your book put into those categories. So for example, we can look through here and we can see, business and money keywords. So if we click this one, business and money keywords, if you want to put your book into management and leadership, into teams, you can use the keyword team, and that will actually put your book into that category. There's also things like comic books. If you want to put your book into an omnibus comic category, then you have to use the word omnibus. So these are almost like sort of passwords that you would use to get your book put into a particular category. So that's pretty exciting. It's also very popular in, as you can see, the erotica categories. There's quite a few there. Now, the other thing you can do with this is you can actually use these to request categories from KDP. So if you're not sure which categories your book is going into, or you want your book specifically to go into a particular category, you can actually copy and paste the category and email Amazon, email KDP, and say, I would like to put my book in this category. And you can actually choose multiple categories. I believe they'll let you have up to 10 categories added this way. So really, really powerful to be able to just browse categories, find one that suits your book. Now, we've also added category search. So this is really exciting because let's say you've made a book that has some Spanish content. You can go here, you can type in Spanish, do a search, and if you're not sure which category to put your book in, this will give you suggestions for all of the categories that mention the word Spanish. It will also give you the secret hidden categories again. So which categories can only be accessed using keywords. So great, Spain and Portugal, historical Europe, all you've got to do is put the word Spanish in there and hopefully it will go into the Spain and Portugal category. Now, with Amazon, it's not always 100% predictable which category that your book will go into. Usually it will match up mostly with what you select in your category. Sometimes they put books into the category they want. So do monitor it. If you're not happy with your categories, email KDP, and this gives you the exact categories you can request. The other thing you can do with this is do a partial search. So if we just deleted some of this and just leave span, we can select that and you can see that expands the search a bit more. It brings in Hispanic, American, lifespan development, but it also allows for partial search, which can be really useful if you don't have to worry about endings of words. You can just try short words and see what comes up for those. So really, really powerful way to manage categories for your book. Okay, so we've added one really big tool to Tangent Templates, and that is the listing helper. So this used to just be our HTML helper, which helped you add a little bit of HTML that's allowable to your description. But what this does now is way more powerful. So let's take our music book idea. It's got pages for tracking your playlist, album reviews, and we can call this, and now let's call it Catherine's Big Music Review Book. Okay, that's my title. Subtitle, let's call it Everything You Love About Music. And in the description, we're going to put, this book will help you, let's put a bullet point in there. Keep track of your album collection, write reviews of all your favorite tracks. And then we put, you'll love it. And we'll make that bold. I'm sure you can write better descriptions of your book than that, but looks nice to me. And I really like doing bullet pointed lists because they look really professional and they kind of stand out in Amazon's listings. So I love doing that. So we've written a title, subtitle, description. We can add some keywords to our book. So we can actually use the category browser to check whether there's any music keywords we need to include. But we can do music, songs, albums. Actually, we don't need keywords. We can do music, albums, songs. I'm going to do playlist, journal, tracker, log, so on. You can fill out all the keywords. You've got 50 characters per space, and I like to fill them up with relevant keywords. Like, don't spam, don't use keywords that are irrelevant, but I do like to fill them up with anything I can come up with that is relevant to my book. So you have 50 characters, do use them if you can, 7 times 50 characters. So I'm going to put my name in here, Catherine, Shelton, that's my name. If I want, I can also put some more options in here, series name, series number, edition. and I can make some notes for myself. So let's say I used an image on the cover that I bought from a website like Design Bundles. I could put cover image, Design Bundles 2019, and then I could put the URL that I got it from, etc. So you can put some notes in there. Now, here's the really clever thing. I'm going to say save, first of all. And if I look at my listings, there we go. You can see Catherine's big music review book there at the top. So this is the listing that we just created. And here's the awesome thing. We now have added a Chrome extension. So if you're using the Chrome browser, and we recommend that you do, it works really well with KDP, you can grab the Chrome extension. And if you're worried at all about security, it's in the Chrome store. It has been approved. Like, if an extension is in the Chrome store, that means it has been approved by Google. So there's no like toxic negative code in there. We're not doing anything underhand. You can download this safely from the Chrome store, absolutely free for Tangent template users. You go in here, you hit download, and it will show up on your bar, on your taskbar up here. And then, this is the magic bit, if we go over to KDP, and I'm just going to refresh this page. Okay, this is the first page you see when you create a book on KDP. But this is the magic bit. This little bar now shows up. Select your saved listings from Tangent templates. So what I'm going to do is select the listing that we just made in Tangent templates. I select that and check it out. It fills out the title, subtitle. If I'd put in series information, that would all be there. It's put my name in, Catherine Shelton. It's put my description with the HTML that we created. And it ticks the boxes that we need to tick, fills out the keywords for you. And then all you've got to do is pick your categories. Of course, use the category browser to help you do that. And then you've just got to upload your interior and your cover, and you are good to go. So that's it. That's all of the updates that we've made to Tangent templates this week. We are listening. If you have any ideas, any suggestions, anything that would make your life easier when you're creating books, let us know. We are working on them as hard as we can. Bear in mind, it's just Isaac and me, so I know people are like, but you didn't add my update. Well, we're really working to get through as many as we can to keep this the highest quality product it can be. We have a lot of plans in the works for Tangent templates, for KDP, for books, for self-publishing in general. We know it's huge and it's only getting bigger. So keep the suggestions coming, keep the feedback coming. We are really excited and proud of this product, and we hope that you're really enjoying using it. So there it is. It's at templates.tangent.rocks. Go grab it. There's often promo codes available, so do message me or email me if you would like one. Not guaranteeing anything, but we often have promo codes available. So I hope you really enjoyed listening to this. I hope you've enjoyed seeing these updates. Stay in touch. We love you guys. We really, really appreciate all the support that you've given to this product. Have a great day. All right. Bye.